duplicates and inconsistencies from the data. It ensures accuracy and reliability in analysis by formatting and structuring data correctly. So it helps you structure data in an appropriate way so that your data analysis or your analysis will not be what tempered with, or you won't be false or flaws in it. So we'll go to what? Data analysis and interpretation. Yeah. So this involves applying statistical and analytical and machine learning techniques to extract patterns and insights. So what this basically means is that you being able to use your statistics skill, being able to create new models and to be able to use your analytical skills. This has to do with soft skill. Yeah, you being able to recognize, being able to tell. So this is where data analysis and interpretation comes in. So we have what? Visualization and reports. That is when we visualize data. So data is presented through visual formats such as charts, dashboards, and reports. So what we'll be doing mainly today will be dashboards. We're doing charts, although we're needing some charts in using Power BI, but mainly what we'll be doing is a dashboard. Yeah. So it helps stakeholders understand insights quickly. Maybe you work with some of your stakeholders are not AI knowledgeable, or sorry, IT knowledgeable. So it helps you, data analysis helps you, or Power BI helps you what? Helps stakeholders to understand insights quickly. So maybe you come, it won't be right when you come and start giving figures. So most time we use our dashboards or charts. So it helps the stakeholders to quickly identify, oh yeah, this is what this guy is talking about. Yeah, so when you represent it with a red, that is decline, you'll be able to see that, yeah, okay, yeah, so on the February of last month, our business declined by 9%. So that is what visualization and reporting is about. Then we'll have what? Communicating findings. This is also a crucial part. Yeah, so this is where you communicate with your stakeholders or your team. Because of most times, as a data analyst, you won't be working alone. Yeah, you have your team where you guys share insights, share review dashboards with each other. So communicating findings, you can either communicate findings with your team or with your stakeholders. So data's communicating findings helps connect insights with what? Action. Yeah. So move to our next slide, which will be key data analysis tools. So these are main key data analysis tools. We have spreadsheets, e.g., that's example, we have Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, and we have database queries, database and query languages like SQL. We have visualization tools and like Power BI, Tableau. Then we have programming language like Python and R. So we'll briefly scale through each of our tools so that we'll be able to identify which is necessary for our data analysis workflow. So data analysis rely on various tools to perform different stages of analysis process. This include what? Our spreadsheets, number one. So our spreadsheets, this is ideal for small data sets. So maybe you just want a quick summary or a quick analysis. You can use your Excel for visualization. Yeah, we also can also use our Excel for visualization. But what of in terms of when we have large amounts or large volume of data? Yeah. So Excel is limited. I think it has over 1 million rows and 16,000 columns. So you see, it's quite small. So that's where our database tools come in. That is our SQL, MySQL, PostgreSQL. These are examples of what database tools. These tools handle large volumes of data, performs data queries, and manage databases. So if you are looking or you want to sort for a particular insight, so you'll be able to use your SQL to select, to join. Yeah, so that is what our database tools use for them. We have our visualization tools. Yeah, I think this is my favorite. I love visualization tools because of I love dashboard, building dashboards, interactive dashboards, nothing sweeter than that. So we have visualization tools like Power BI and Tableau. Yeah, these are used for creating interactive or dashboards and visuals that communicate insights effectively. So when you're looking to create insights or visualize, or yeah, you do visualization, we use our Power BI tools. Sorry, our visualization tools. So we'll be using our Power BI for today's dashboard building or building our interactive dashboard. We'll be using our Power BI. Then we have our programming languages. Yeah, we have programming languages like Python and R for performing statistical analysis and data manipulation and automation and predictive modeling. Yeah, as we when we talk about our predictive modeling, we're talking about as I said before, it helps you to what forecast future trends. So we mostly use our programming languages, that is like Python and R for doing that. Then we have collaboration and collaboration platforms. So that is not mentioned here, but it's also a key data analysis tools, which is we have Google Data Studio and Looker. Looker, Looker, and Google Data Studio. This is used to what share reports and dashboards across teams and organizations. So when you want to share your data, your reports, you can use your Looker or Google Data Studio. So each of these tools complement each other. Yeah, yeah. Like for instance, when you are using creating small data sets, you use your Excel, and you can also visualize that your Excel spreadsheets or that worksheet, your Excel workbook on a Power BI desktop. Yeah. So each of these tools work hand in hand with each other to complete our data analysis workflow. So we'll be going to our main events. Yeah, so I've reached the stage where we go to what is Power BI. So what is Power BI? Power BI is a business analytical tool by Microsoft. So it was created by Microsoft. So all the credit goes to Microsoft for making it easy for us to visualize data without going through a lot of stress, without making our work easier and communicating with our stakeholders. So thanks to Microsoft. So it helps what? It allows us visualize data and share insights across your organization. So this is a Power BI logo. So when you go out and you see application like this, just know that the person is using what Power BI. So this is our Power BI logo. So I'll briefly be showing you or carrying you on how we'll be able to download the Power BI. Yeah. So we can quick if you are using a laptop, which is basically what we'll be using. You go to our Microsoft Store, click on it. So I'm on my Microsoft Store. Yeah, so it's loading. It might take a little bit of time, take time like 2-3 minutes to load. Yeah. Aha. So what we'll do is click on it and search for Power BI. Power BI. Are you seeing it? So we have Power BI desktop. So this version, let me click on it. Are you seeing it? Power BI desktop. So this is a free version, although we can, for large organization like us, we use Power BI Premium, which we be able to share insights across each team. But as for individual, like you guys here, we can use Power BI desktop. So this is free. So if I have a system, you can use Power BI desktop. All you just need to do is go to your Microsoft Store and install it. So I've already installed mine, so I won't be installing it again. Yeah. Mhm. So that is briefly the steps or if we want to install our Power BI. Then next slide will be why Power BI. So you might be wondering, of all the tools that we are using that I mentioned, why are we using Power BI? Why don't we use Python? why don't we use Excel for visualization? So this is my point to you why we are going to be using Power BI. So it's user friendly. As I said, it's user friendly. So the thing about Power BI is just is a drag and drop. Not too much coding. You don't need to code. You don't need to write the steps. All you just need to do is what? Click on the data or the model and you drop it on the interface or on the dashboard. Simple. So you see, it's user friendly. Yeah. So we have integration with Microsoft. As I said before, it helps connect smoothly with Excel, Teams, SharePoint, and Azure. So these are all a Microsoft ecosystem. So Power BI helps you to do what? Connect smoothly. So we can collect data from Excel, we can share it with Teams, with SharePoint and Azure. So that's the integration with Power BI ecosystem. Although Tableau 2 is good, but some of these features or some of these are not available in Tableau. So we have real-time data access. We want to talk about real-time data access. It supports live connections, as I said before. That is, it helps. So we have two types of data also. We have live data and static data. So static data is a type of data that is not updated, it's not being updated. So this has to do with real-time data access. So when we talk about static data, these are data that are history, or we just use them to visualize, or they are just like represent yeah, just use them. You can find some of those static data on Kaggle and GitHub. Yeah, then we have live data. So live data connects, these are data that are updated, are being updated. Like maybe some are updated monthly, some are updated yearly, some are updated 2 years interval. So those are what live data. So when we talk about real-time data access, so Power BI supports live connections that automatically refresh data without manual updates. So when you go live, yeah, or Power BI, you'll be able to it updates as your data is being, or as your data keeps growing, it keeps updating or changing the dashboard to what is being expected. So no need for you to come back again and start visualizing, or all you just need to do is to go live on your Power BI. Then we have four, advanced analytics, using our DAX. I think Mr. Isaac said so before. We use our DAX. So our DAX is data expression. It's an acronym for what? Data expression. So we'll be using DAX for modeling or creating new measures. I'll show you how we'll be able to do that in Power BI interface. Then we have data connectivity. Yeah. So data connectivity is Power BI connects to hundreds of data sources like Excel, SQL, Google Sheets, APIs, and social media. So it's not as if it's only Excel or CSV. You can also connect your Power BI to different data sources. So depending on the data sources type or the type of data source. Yeah. So we have interactive visual. As I said before, Power BI dashboards are fully interactive. When you click on the charts, it reflects on each and everything. So when you are talking about monthly revenue for, or when you talk about you are picking a month or the revenue for a month, when you click on it, it changes the interface. It shows you everything for that month. The revenue generated, the profit generated, the trend for that month. So you see, Power BI is very, very interactive. Yeah. So go to our last item, scalability and collaboration. Yeah. So when we talk about scalability and collaboration, Power BI allows publishing dashboards online and sharing with team, as I said before. So Power BI workflow. Mm. Power BI also have a workflow, just as we have data analysis workflow. So this is Power BI's own workflow. So you see, these are just 5 steps, very easy. So by the time we move into it, you'll see how easy it is. Yeah, so I'll advise everyone, if you're interested, I would like for you to book a course with us in data analysis at Awata Technologies, right? Yeah. So we are open. We take different courses. So back to workflow, we have data, transform, model, visualize, and share. So we're talking about data. So data, we connect data Power BI to your data source. So this is basically the first step. This is when you connect your Power BI to your data source. It could be an Excel sheet, SQL database, as I've said before. Then we'll go to transform. This is the cleaning process. This is where you have to man up to be the best. Yeah. So this has various steps. Each data is different. So you will not take one step or one data cleaning steps. Some will need just removing duplicates. Some will just need changing the name. Some will just need removing, changing the data type. While some requires all, like some messy data you find online. When you just want to work like for practice, you can find some data online websites. You can go to Kaggle, you can go to GitHub. So some of those websites, their data is very messy. Or even your website, your company's website, sometimes the data or the people that are doing the data entry might be very careless. So you as a data analyst, you'll have a hard time. So this is basically where the work is. So under this transform, we have two main types of transforming data. We have the ETL process and the ELT process. So the ETL process is the extract, transform, and load. So you extract your data from your data source, you transform your data, and you load it into your Power BI desktop. Then we have ELT process. This is exactly the opposite. You extract, you load, and you transform. But I find this very stressful. Yeah, because of when you take the the ELT process, it's quite stressful because of you load your data and start making adjustments later. So it's kind of work. It makes the work tedious. So I love the ETL process that is to extract, you first of all transform, maybe take some couple of, because of depending on how messy the data is, it could take you some, like our data will not take us, data cleaning will take us up to 20 minutes when we're cleaning it. But so when you work with messy data, sometimes it will take you a day, sometimes twice. So that is basically what transform is all about. Then we have models. So this defines the relationship between tables. Yeah. So when we have customers table, we have sales table, we have inventory table, we have transaction tables. So the model, it helps us define the relationship between the customers and the sales. So maybe in the customer table we have customer ID, and sales table we have customer ID. Yeah. So the model there is what customer ID, because of it helps define the relationship between the tables. Yeah. It can also be used to what calculate columns and measures using DAX, as I said before. That is concerning the model. Then we'll go to visualize. Yeah, so this is turning your data into charts, cards, and dashboards that tells a story visually. Yeah. So we'll go to share. This is our last process. So as I've said before, you can publish your reports on Power BI service for collaboration, automatic refresh, and viewing on mobile or the web. So we have come to the end of Power BI workflow. Yeah. So we'll be talking briefly on this. We have connecting data. So all these steps that we'll be taking now is what we'll be needing during the in our Power BI desktop. This is what we'll be doing in our Power BI desktop. That is connecting data. I'll show you how you can connect data. You can get your data from either from web, from text/CSV, from I think from Excel workbook too. Then how to load your data into the model. So this is basically what we'll be doing. We'll be cleaning and transforming. Yeah, so please don't be scared. It's actually we'll be doing an easy process, so we'll be doing something much. So if you want the full package, you can come and visit us at our time. Yeah. So you open your query editor, handle missing values, rename some columns, and format data types. So you'll be all be seeing that in a couple of minutes. Then building our KPIs, KPI cards, total revenue, profits, bar charts, sales by revenue, pie charts, line charts. Yeah, so line charts is basically used for trends. Mm. So when you are trying to know the trends between maybe between your workers and the years they have been working, so use your line charts to identify that. Then we have designing. So this is our step for designing our dashboards. They have to be arranged visual. The visuals have to be arranged what neatly with using consistent colors. Not that your KPIs will be yellow, then your bar charts will be green. So you see, you try to put it in using a consistent colors and add slides. Yeah, so we'll briefly and adding insight storytelling. So we'll briefly go to our Power BI interface. So we'll show you how it is. Trust me, it's very, very easy. Yeah, very, very, very easy. So yeah, when you open your Power BI, this is basically what it looks like. So we'll go to what blank reports. So this is our interface. This is our interface. So we have how we can get our data. We have our filter panel, build panel. This is where our charts are stacked column, batch column charts, funnel, our pie charts, our donut charts. Yeah. So on my left, you will see review, report review. Sorry, report
Hello,
view.
sorry to interrupt you,
Yeah.
Destiny. I think somebody's raising up his hand. His name is Fatful Joe. Please,
Okay.
you want to speak? Thank you. Maybe we can see at the end of the class. If you are unable to speak now, Fatful Joe, do you want to speak? Do you have a question? Okay, I think he's not speaking. Maybe he made a mistake raising up his hands. So Destiny, I think you can continue. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Isaac. So we have our table view. So the reason why our table view looks so empty is because of we haven't loaded any data yet. So we'll go to our get data. So on our home tab, and we look for our get data ribbon. Click on it. So these are common data sources. As you can see, we have Excel workbook and SQL Server, text/CSV. So we'll be using an Excel workbook for our as our data source. We'll click on it. Yeah, so it's giving me options. So we'll be using two tables today, our inventory table and our transaction table. So click on our inventory table, then we open. It's going to take a while. Yeah. So let's be patient. Aha. So this is our navigator. It helps us to decide or choose which table we want to analyze. So all we just need to do is click on sheet one. So this is it. We can use two options. We have the load, transform data, and cancel. So when looking at this data, we can see that some things are not correct. Like if you check the header is column one, column two, column three, column four, which is not supposed to be our product ID, products, categories.
You can see your screen.
Can't see my screen.
You can see your screen. Yeah. You can see it.
Hmm.
I can see the screen.
So it's depending on what you are using to
Yes, I can
join
see the
this.
screen.
Okay, yeah. So that is good. So we have our column one, column two, column three. So that is actually not the right header. So this is why preview is important. So and we have a column here. Number one is not supposed to be product ID. It's supposed to be our the P0035. See, so we have to transform this data. We'll go to our transform. So we'll give it some minutes to load.
Please just increase the font so that it will be a bit visible for us to see it clearly. Thank you.
That is going to be hard for me to do because of this is how Google Meet allows me to share my screen. Yeah. So we can refresh our data. Yeah. So the data is being refreshed. Then look at it, column one, column two, column three. So that is not the right column. So what we need to do is when we have to take some cleaning steps according to what I said before. So this is your transform. This is your transform stage and cleaning stage. So we already have our number 1, number 2, number 3 here. So, and this is another one, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see this is a duplicate on its own. So what we do is we click on the column there, column number 1, then we'll do what? We remove the column. Are you seeing it? As we remove the column, now we have only what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have only one column for the numbers row. So another thing we need to do is product ID, products, categories, UOME, and cost price. Those are our headers. But here I can see column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, column 6, which is actually wrong. So what we'll do on our home tab, we'll look for use first row as header. So when you click on it, I see automatically our product ID, products, categories, UOM, and cost price and selling price are our headers. So you can see that we have successfully cleaned or transformed this data. Yeah. So we are going to be doing something important. As you can see, our by your left, you see queries and you see sheet 1. And we know that our sheet 1 is what? Our inventory table. Yeah. So what we'll do is that we'll go to by your right, we go to properties, you click on it, then we'll go to rename it what? Inventory. Inventory table. Yeah. As I said before, we'll be using two tables, then click on enter. We'll be using two tables. We'll be using inventory table and transaction table. So click on new source. So it's still an Excel workbook. So this is to add. When you are trying to add another data source, all you just need to do is to add, instead of going back to your Power BI desktop, you could just come here and click on what you want to add. Click on Excel. So this is transaction table. Our next table will be transaction table. Click on it. Okay. Open. So it's opening. Yeah. So here now we can see we have two tables. So this is where sometimes you can open a website and you see more than 5 tables or 5 sheets. So you being a data analyst, you must be you know the right one to choose, because of we each have a different information of what it displays. So we'll be using our sheet 1. Let's display our sheet 1. See the same thing as the other one. So these are transaction table where you have date, payment method, discounts, and sale type. So click on it, sheet 1, then click on OK.
Hello, I think somebody is raising up his hands again.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful sharing. I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted you to recap on the steps to follow to change the columns to the headings. I didn't get it clearly.
Okay, I will be doing the same for
Okay.
this our transaction table, so please pay attention. Yeah?
Okay, thank you.
So as I said before, this we have a numbers column and we have column 1 also showing our numbers column. So you can see it's actually a duplicate, right? So what we do is that we click on the column 1, then we'll go to our home tab, then we'll look for what? Remove column, because of the column is not needed. Yeah, because of it's what? It's a duplicate. So we remove column. You click on that column there, then you remove column. Yeah. So we also said that we have the headers are not correct. We have column 2, column 3, column 4. Please be mindful. The way it's being showed in your screen in the Power Query Editor, that's how it's going to display on your Power BI desktop. So you have to take your cleaning step serious. So what we'll do is that since our second row is our main header, all you just need to do is that use first row as header. That I see on the home tab, you look for use first row as header, you click on it. Yeah, so voila, we have our dates, product ID, quantity, sales type, method, payment method, and discounts as headers. So I also talked about renaming our sheets. As you can see from this sheet now, sheet is also showing us sheet 1. And that is going to show us on our Power BI this desktop, and we don't want that. So come here, go to properties, click on the name where it shows us sheet 1, then we'll cancel with backspace. Yeah. Then we'll change it to what? Transaction table. Yeah. So click on enter. You see as reflected. Now query 2. That's inventory table and transaction table. So also check for our data type. So if we go dates, click on that icon by the left close to the dates header. You see we have decimal number, fixed decimals. So these are the data types. These are how the data, or these are the formats of the data. All you just need to do is that since it's a date, but mine has already been organized, but some data sets might displace them depending on where they are being put in. Sometimes it might put numbers as alphabets, might put dates as numbers. So it is important for you to check the data type. So this is already on dates, so there's no need to go. So our product is already on text, because of the reason why it's on text is that we have both P, and P is an alphabet. Yeah, so P is an alphabet. I think our time is fast spent, so I'll quickly go through it. We'll continue tomorrow, same time. So we have product ID. See, all of them are, this is numbers, so it's actually correct. So our data type is correct. So discount 0000, they are all what? Correct. They will go to our inventory table, click on inventory table and check for it. Text. Products is text, category is text, UOM is also text, cost price is numbers. So, and our selling price, you see, very unique. It did also characterize them as numbers. It characterized them as what? Decimal. You see, all of them have decimal. So it characterized them as decimal. So it's safe to say that our data has been cleaned. And if you see, we have two tables here. Yeah, we have two tables here. We have the inventory table and the sales transaction table. And what the business wants for us, or what this data source, or what the company require for us to do, is that we should find our revenue, product and profits, and some monthly revenue, yearly revenue. So these are the insights that will be deriving from these our data sets. Yeah. So, and if you see, our revenue is what? Selling price times quantity, right? Selling price times quantity. Those of us that do business. Yeah, but as you look at our inventory table, we only have what? Selling price. There's no what? Quantity. Let's look at our transaction table. So our transaction table, we have what? Quantity. Are you seeing it? So what does this? This is trying to tell us that we need to merge this table for us to what? Effectively analyze this data. So all we need to do is that we'll click on our inventory table. We're going to be adding our transaction table to our inventory table. So still on our home tab, we'll go to merge queries. Yeah, click on merge queries. So I think it's showing us either merge queries as new or merge queries to inventory tables. So depending on what you want, like me, I'll just be merging tables with, merging queries with inventory tables. So you might, if you merge your table with new, come with another query where you have inventory table and transaction table, is going to form another query there. So we will not be doing that because of our time. We'll be merging queries, just clicking on merging queries. So it's loading. Aha. I don't know if you can see my screen. Isaac, Mr. Isaac. Yeah. So these are screen, or these are our merge tab or merge interface. So this is our inventory table. We are going to be merging it with our transaction table. So for you to be able to merge, they have to have things in common. So I'll quickly do the merge. So we are merging to our transaction table. Click on it. See, it shows us a preview of how our transaction look like. So what are we going to do? We click on product ID and click on product ID. I see both of them have product ID, and look at it down. It said the selection matches 44 of 45 rows from the table. I see it. So we click on OK. I see it. He has added the transaction table to our table. So all we just need to do is expand. Yeah, expand. Then we remove our product ID because of we don't want two product ID since each of them is a different it's a different column. We don't want our product ID to duplicate twice. So unclick our products column and click on OK. Yeah. So we also need to do our renaming. And look at this data set now. As you see, when we merge them, yeah, so our time is up. So I will do it tomorrow, same time. We'll do a recap of what we did today and also enter the Power BI interface desktop. Yeah, so thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Destiny, for this session. If you know that this session has been overwhelming, great for you, please, for you clap your hands. Good, I can see a lot of people are happy about this session. And if you know that you'll be joining tomorrow, please, and you keep clapping for, just give a thumbs up for Destiny. Awata Technologies Limited is actually a training firm, it's a consulting company. So we have a practical hands-on experience on Power BI tools and other tools. We'll be taking you further on this training by tomorrow. So we'd like to get a vote right now because a lot of people are complaining about the time that the session started today. So we would like to know, drop a message in the chat box. If you like us to start at 6 p.m. tomorrow, if you feel illegal tomorrow evening, just drop a chat on the box. We really want to be sure that the time is convenient for everyone. But if you feel comfortable with this time, I think we can still proceed with this time tomorrow. So please, if you feel we should do it at 6 p.m. tomorrow, drop a message before leaving on the chat box. Okay? Please put this in your calendar. Make sure that you do this so that you don't miss out on what we'll be doing tomorrow. We are definitely will still be joining us tomorrow and will be leading us on this session. I can see a lot of people are saying 6 p.m. is fine. So tomorrow we're going to drop a message on the WhatsApp channel, and the link for tomorrow's meeting. Please tell your friends, tell your loved ones that there's something like this that is going on. We will go deeply into the Power BI dashboard tomorrow, and Destiny will be taking this, will be leading us on this. Okay, please. We'll stick to time, senior as you requested. 6 o'clock is going to be 6 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, Joshua is saying the time is okay. But I think based on the poll, based on what we see, is like more people are saying 6 p.m. is the best time for tomorrow's session. Okay, so we'll be communicating to you all on WhatsApp channel for by tomorrow. Okay? So thank you very much. I don't know if my colleague wants to speak. Can you if you want to say something on the call before we end up the meeting? Okay, if nobody has anything to say, then we're going to be saying good night to you all. Thanks for joining the meeting. Please, let's catch up tomorrow. Have a wonderful night first. Okay. Please kindly take note that the recording will be dropped on the chat, on the WhatsApp chat. We have the recording, so we're going to drop this record again. The recording of the chats for everyone to have it. So you can go on the group and download the recording. Okay. Thank you.